And now, our feature presentation.
Alright, boysies, how's it going? How's it going this fine day? We're coming to you live from the dusty old MANLON Home video store, and we're currently just looking at a black screen, but how you doing? We're digging back into Drakengard. So for those don't know, Drakengard, very edgy Dynasty warrior slash, I don't know, what would you call it? Lair clone, even though it's, you know, years before Lair.
Square-Enix.
But here we go, boys, here we go, we're diving right in. Was this maybe one of the first Square-Enix titles, like, after they changed names over? Because I'm pretty sure, like, it's weird, I still think him as Squaresoft. That's the logo that still pops up in my head, but I think it's because I played mostly like Square games in the 90s and then late early 2000s, you know? So I'm just gonna have a wee gander, see when this merger happened. Let's have a look. Squaresoft. Anyways, last time we made it through, there was a genocide going on in the elf village. We were joined by two new party members. Leonard, who's a blind man, who we found outside his burning family home, and Ariok, who we found in a union prison, who was a bit mental, a bit, you know, a bit, shall we say, a bit, you know, a bit crazy, a bit more, you know. So she fits right in with the group, you know. So Square, it was founded in 1986. I think, didn't Square make like a hentai game beforehand? Like, I'm pretty sure, right, so they were... Wait, defunct? What the fuck? Square became defunct in April 1st, 2003, and it merged and it became Square-Enix. Ah. I see. So officially it's a new company. Right, story, here we go. Where we at? Right, so we finished chapter 3, didn't we? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. And we're now on to chapter 4, which is Leonard's regret. I need to view certain bits and then we can move on to... Wait. I must view chapter 3. Let's have a look. So this is the side missions, I think. Chapter 3, verse 4. Tell you what, we dig into them now. Because I've got a feeling these are things we haven't seen, because I noticed it jumping like... Let's have a look. Spirits tell that the desert seal is broken. The path to the next seal in the ocean temple is laid before them. I'm so confused. Well, no, we have seen this. We've done this before.
I thought we were done for.
Yeah, we've literally done this mission before. This is like, we get a wee story bit here, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can... It's letting us skip... Wait. Go to Temple of Sea, go to the Temple of the Sea, I guess. I skipped a cutscene when I really shouldn't have. Because I've done all chapter 3 before. Right, this is when he's like, if I had more strength, and then the person starts talking back to him. I'm gonna quit out because I don't know what I'm doing. This is great content, boys. Mikey not having a clue what to do. Oh, we've now got Ariok's madness if we want to do that. Right, where's chapter 4? Oh, I guess we're doing the side mission as Ariok now. Ariok's madness. I should have just went and done chapter 4 and we can worry about the side missions afterwards. Ah, fuck it, might do that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm just going to... hit reset. Right, so we're just going to do chapter 4 and then, because I know to get one of the endings you need to do all the side missions. And we'll worry about that afterwards, you know.
Square-Enix.
Oh, it's a new character every time you start up. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's another game that does that and I can't click what it is. I remember when I was younger, I used to hit reset till I got a character I like saying it. Which, that sounds stupid, right? Right, autosave enabled. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Where are we at? What's free expedition? Is that like... Oh, free expedition's like replay levels, right? I get you, I get you. What if that's to like grind out? Right, chapter 4, here we go. Well, we'll dive right into chapter 4, and then we'll worry about Ariok's madness and shit like that later on. A reunion with Inuart, but the man with the red eyes knows... The reunion with Inuart, but the man with the red eyes who rides the black dragon is not the Inuart they know. This is where we got to. We just finished chapter 3. We met... We've met up with everyone. We went to rescue Inuart. And I'm guessing that's not going to go well. I still find it really weird how the chapter thing... Chapter 4, Betrayal. Here we go. Gives you spoilers for what's going to happen. Like, now we know Inuart, Caim and the small group flee the Empire and arrive in the Wastelands, where the weary troop sets up camp and seeks rest. A dark shadow of evil descends upon them. I can't read, boys. That's my... Well, I can't read, it's just I can not read well, you know? Well, you got our party members, apart from, like... This group just disappear from the party once, you know... Like Ariok and Leonard.
The dragon.
Oh, look who it is, isn't it? It's your boy.
Inuart.
He's alive.
With a dragon, that means you have made a pact.
Furiae, come with me. There is nothing to fear. The world will be better now. You need not be the only sacrifice.
Oh.
He has been broken.
Oh yeah, he's been tortured by the... What was it, that other voice?
Staring at me like that. I'm strong now.
This is going to be the Riku, Sora, the Cloud Sephiroth type thing. The Squall Cypher. I'm gonna, he's got one of those names where I've read it for years, but I've never said it out loud. Cypher.
I can see the scorn in your eyes. You would sacrifice your own sister in the service of revenge!
Maybe. Oh, what's going on here? What's the pattern? That's a cool sword, even though it's probably not like... It's one of the swords that is like... It looks cool in theory. Probably useless in, you know, practice, but... Kind of like Gunblades, well, the Gunblade looks cool as fuck, but completely useless. Oh, he's got a big evil black dragon. Oh yeah, our dragon got upgraded, didn't it? Oh, got a big duel time. Oh, dragon fight. Yes, man. Got a feeling he's going to be the boss. Oh, we're getting fucked up, boys. Yeah, what about my other party members? They're no helping. I think they're just sitting off. Oh no. I think that Ariok and Leonard are just sitting off at the side, just watching, but no helping at all, you know? Oh no, is that a dragon that killed our parents? I forget I was a wee... that was a thing. I mean, it's just a dragon. How hard can they be to kill, you know? I'm trying to think of an example where example of RPG where dragons are weak, but no, they're always like the most powerful enemy in the game. Mind that island in Final Fantasy VIII. I think it's called the island closest to hell, and it's like just full of dragons who are all like max level. I remember I just randomly found that, and it was it's hard. Oh no, don't be doing that, you big creep. That's fucking bogging. I think this Inuart's not exactly a nice guy that we think he is.
Welcome to a world without song.
Oh, because he can't sing anymore. Oh, is that what he gave up? He gave up his ability to sing. I mean, I can't sing, and I've not got a big cool dragon follow me, but I've just got a wee stinky spaniel follow me about farting. Well, then again, I guess, like, what's his name? Leonard made a pact with a fairy. It was like, ho 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 ho, you know, the most annoying thing in the world. So we don't all get, you know, cool dragons and shit like that. Betrayal.
When Inuart turned his sword on me, I felt no compassion or mercy.
Why didn't you help?
Not even fear. No, only anger filled my heart.
I know it's a, what do you call it? A sheath, but that thing in my back, it just reminds me of something like, oh, what's his name? Your man for Final Fantasy would design them. I forget his name. Oh, fuck. What's his name? You know, the guy that put all his designs have belts and buckles and all that. Oh my god. Inuart flies away in the direction of the Empire. Caim waits for the dragon's wounds to heal, and then he too turns towards the Imperial lands. Right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Let's fuck them up. Subhuman hordes march towards the lands. First kill those that fly, then clear the ground of the Scourge. I mean, surely there's more plot, because we're only in Chapter 4, and I believe Chapter 9 is the first ending. So I've still got a wee bit to go. Ah, big cannonballs! I think this game's going to get really hard later on. But if I can get through at least like one chapter's to go, I will do a chapter a stream. But last time, like, I think because in the first stream I've done 2 chapters, or just under 2 chapters. But obviously tutorial missions are a lot easier than, you know, these ones. I should probably stop getting hit by these things. That would probably help, wouldn't it? The thing is, I think, see the dragon controls, I'm like they're a thing that kind of, I don't want to say annoys me. Clearly this game has ideas that work. But oh, it's just limited by budget. Like, really limited.
First. Now go and scatter the enemy.
So I'm kind of looking forward to playing the other Drakengard games to see if they are, you know, better. Because I am enjoying this. Oh my god, my ears! I forgot about the base boost attack. Every time I forget about it and just blew out my ears. Holy shit, that's so loud. Gotta turn my headset down. Because the problem is I need to turn the headset down to either need to hear dialogue, or I just get my ears blown out by like that attack. Right, just get blasting these boysies. Ah! Ah! Right, here we go, we're good. Ah shit, basically the goal for all these is just get the base boost attack going.
No longer guard the seal.
So I'm guessing this is going to be your usual, I'm saying this as if Edmund Drakengard is your usual plot, but the seals, I'm going to guess this is going to be like, oh no, we need to go unlock so many elemental seals, you know. Like near enough every fantasy game is, oh no, I need to go get the elemental crystals or the elemental seals, you know. One's got to be in the desert, one's got to be in Skyworld, one's got to be in, you know. Oh no, why did I use base boost attack on just that one guy? Okay, I might have wasted that. Okay, oh, I need some more health, but I don't think you get health in the flying stages. My dragon is so fucking big. Big boy. Right, we're good, we're good, we're good. I'm using the lock-on ability, I think that's what I'm not doing right. I'm just kind of blasting these big boys. Bats! Bats, got to step on the bats, you know. Well, that's the wrong thing. That's gas. I'm thinking about. Oh, fuck! Off! Ah!
The seeds of resurrection appear when the world ends.
I'm sure we won't have to worry about the seeds of resurrection. Right, you know what? Base boost. Let's go! gosh, this is one wee bat, but it's gonna be a pain in the dick to hit. Actually, I don't need to worry about all of them. I think I just need to worry about the big spawners. Oh no, I'm getting dragged over to this one wee guy. Oh my fucking god, hit him. There we go. Right, where am I going? I'm going behind us. Here we go. Okay, health-wise, this could be better. I think he's already on lower health. Oh no. I just watch it for the... Watch it for the mad cans. Oh wait, there's one over here. The holding square already, I'll have that mad charged fireball going.
If the goddess is lost, could this be the end?
It's fine. It is fine. Everything's fine. No, the end. We've still got quite a few chapters to go. We're only in like chapter 3 or chapter 4 and the game's already like, oh, is this the end of the world? So I'm kind of scared to see where we go from there. It does feel like the plot, we have fast forwarded the plot, unless there's probably a lot of stuff that we've not seen yet. It clearly is, but you know. Right, here we go, we're good, we're good. Everything is fine, everything is Gucci. Just need to get the base boost, let's go! If I can save my base boost for... Oh, no dragons! My brain has been thinking, because I've been thinking about this, my brain has been thinking, oh god, I kind of want to play those other dragon games I was talking about, you know, like Drakengard the Ancient Gates, what was our one I was thinking about? Lair, and that mad, was it not Darkened Sky, that's the Snickers one. Not Snickers, M&M's one. No, what's it called? What are the not M&M's called? Skittles, that's the one. It's like an action RPG. But the MacGuffin that everyone's fighting for is a Skittle. It's a really strange game. But the game's called Something Skies. And it's like it is just like a dragon sort of air combat sim. And I think, I'm like, that's a good idea. That could be done really well. But I imagine...
If we ignore
right.
the Imperial troops, the Union would suffer. Caim.
Just take down the big boys. I know there's gonna be a guy down there who's got like extra armor or whatever the fuck. Entire time the column is making it for the battlefield. Don't let it through, or the Union army will be overwhelmed. Just bully this one guy down here. Probably didn't need to ult. Actually, I'm gonna turn the game down a bit because that is pretty fucking loud. Let's go just for 6. Because I forgot I had it. I was playing, or I was watching shit yesterday on Mikey Vision, so I had the OBS turned up quite a lot. Oh, can't go this way. It's the other way. Sorry, there's so many, you know, defining landmarks telling me that I need to go that way. I think as long as I take my time. Actually, they're not dead. They're not cactus. I thought they were guys. They're not cactuses. If I just keep them in a, because the problem is I get overwhelmed really easily, especially when I'm on the dragon back. So if I just take my time here and just blast, I probably should have waited a bit before using the ult. But oh well. And just take my time blasting in a row, because I know this is far from the end of this level. Because yeah, they seem to all be in a row, don't they? And by the time I get round to another target, I've got an ult I can use. Yes, man, look at this. We've got it sorted. Because these are levels that I really struggle with. Is the ones where you've got like.
We need your help, Caim.
I'm coming. Oh, it's went all snowy. We changed. Enemy reinforcements have appeared. Look at that. Oh, it reminds me of the best RPG known to man, Oblivion. Because look, you're in desert. Oh, you're in snow. Now you're in desert. I do love when it's a biome that just changes. Like Oblivion has them, like you'd be in a forest and you'd take one step and next thing you know it's like blizzards and shit like that, and you ignore that. I definitely didn't make a save because this game does not have mid checkpoints. And these levels can get long.
I cannot help but feel concern for the goddess. I think you worry as well, Caim.
I know I worry as well, but I need my mini-map that you've stolen from me. There's a big lad there. We've not had many like boss fights yet. Like we've a lot of just fighting troops, and maybe some bigger troops have came in, but I feel like you can't need a boss fight. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Like I'm trying to the closest we've had was when we fought those ghosts. Because take it from the later games in this series, you know, things like Nier and shit, they do boss fights really well. Especially in Nier Automata. Holy shit, some of the boss fights in that are amazing. But we'll get to Nier Automata in quite a while. We've got a little bit before we get there. Right, there's 2 targets here. Goblins are pouring in from the Western Valley. Wait a minute before they can join up with other forces. I probably didn't need to use this ult here. Ah, well, makes my job easier. Right, where are the goblins at? I know. Right, here we go. We're good. We're good. Oh, shit. I was saying we're good and I just completely zoned out. Oh, no. Are they in red?
We would do well to kill as many as we can, Caim.
Oh fuck, I think these are the ones there that I need to hit physically. Oh, there was a big boy over there. What's this big boy doing? Oh no, right, these wee guys might give me some bother. Oh no. Ah, fuck off. No, it's just ult. Stop! No! Oh, I really want like a ranged attack for... I'm guessing I need to kill this thing as I'm in the dragon. Fuck off!
Stare too much at the back of your shield.
Ah!
They begin to forget.
Okay, these things are giving me a pain in the dick. These things are giving me a pain in the dick. I meant to say these things are a pain in the dick. Grammar not helping today, right? What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna... Ah, fuck! I'm trying to like run past them and like... Right, these goblins are arseholes. Enemy forces are breaking through the center of the wastelands, drive back their advance. I'm trying! It's these guys that are arseholes. Can't ult straight away, can I? Nope. Come on, no! Fuck, I got knocked off the dragon again. Can't mount the dragon here. Right, there we go. You know, let's speed away in the dragon. And we'll worry about that in our time because... Damn it. Right, you know what? Oh, let's go! Luckily I've got a little bit of iframes when I'm in doing it ult. It's the goblins that are fucking us up so much. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'll do? Can I hold in square? No, I can't do the mad lock-on ability. What are these guys? Big tall boys? It's okay, they're getting murdered anyway. I wonder how many people... A treasure chest has appeared. Where the chest? Give me the chest. I see the chest. Right, let's just jump down here. Can't dismount dragon. There we go. What's in the chest? Oh, it's a wee dinky sword. It's kind of like Hercules' sword from Disney's action game featuring Disney's Hercules. Which was a fun wee game, but my god, that game got copyright claim to fuck. It was mainly the cutscenes in it. There we go, I can mount my dragon, finally. You know, so I'm surprised how much I went in honestly kind of dreading this game. Because I am aware I'm playing it in easy mode, yes. But I was genuinely dreading this game, like, oh no, this game's gonna be a slog. And while it is janky, I'm honestly surprised because on the level of jank is quite obnoxious. Not obnoxious, how do I say it? Like, it is like EDF level of jank. But you know, with EDF, you know what you're getting because it's D3 publishing. real slog stuff you gotta skip. I don't know what you're talking about, Crash. Not gonna skip it at all. I'm gonna be struggling through all of it. But you know what I mean? It's like, I know it's Cavia, right? But I said this last stream. Like, I said the exact same thing last stream. But given that it's Square, I'm honestly quite shocked at the level of jank that this game is. You know, I'm enjoying it though. That's what these guys are, pricks. If I just keep running the circle, we won't be able to.
The goddess, her feelings for you are special.
No!
But
Fuck off, goblins.
what is that knowledge to you?
Right, here we go. We're good. We're good. So, Crash, I remember asking you, like, because I was like hearing, like, if you were some sort of, like, a filmmaker or like a, you know, say you were a producer on a telly thing, what would be like your dream project to work on? I think you said it'd be this, like a Drakengard sort of TV show, or
Does the spilling of the blood of so many
or something like that, you know?
so?
I mean, you've certainly got a lot of stuff to pull from, because my god, like, see, today when I was looking up, I was trying to find something to put on the body pillow again, but I just went with what's her name, Furiae as well. But my god, see, like, there's so many different, like, because our main boy here, Caim, appears in so many different things, and that's because there's so much like multimedia shit with Drakengard, which I appreciate. But oh my god, you need a fucking like you know, a Charlie Kelly style sort of conspiracy map to understand where everything is, you know. Well, again, everyone does kind of. I definitely would be up for seeing this adapted in a TV series. Yeah, you can see, we can skip the worst part of it, the gameplay. See, the thing is, obviously, I made a series that has its own continuity and be canned to the rest. Oh yeah, like didn't they do that with the Nier Automata anime? Like, because I was looking up stuff about the Mother Beast, right? A character that appears in this later on. And it was like they turn up in that anime, but the anime is separate. So anime, I believe, starts off as an adaptation, kind of like a Evangelion rebuild, you know, and then just goes off and does its own, complete own thing. I think it's its own thing, which is so confusing to me. But then again, it wouldn't be a Drakengard or a, what do you call it? What's the series called? Nier. I think that's what the fans have called it. If it didn't make any sense, you know. Right, there's something here. There we go. Big bunch of boys. Just go for this one guy.
Drive the finishing blow into their retreating backs.
Right, this is gonna be brutal, boys. I've only got like one hit left.
Just
I think it's about it. I know what it's. I know obviously that's what's trying to do. It annoys me because see if it just went like Final Fantasy and said like nothing's connected, but the fact that it does, it always sort of hints that things are connected, and then just goes like lol, not telling a thing. And I'm like, god damn it. Nier's typically self-contained touch and stuff, while Drakengard is unabashedly about the wider nonsense though. And then you see stuff like like, see the extra new ending in Nier, what you call it? Just first Nier, like Nier Replicant, fucking whatever it's called, or I can't remember what the new release was called. That clearly references something in Drakengard 3, you know?
the elves be lost. None shall
And that's the one that confuses me, where I'm like, god damn it, you've now got me confused. And I've got a feeling Yoko Taro is going to be similar to David Lynch in the way that if you ever came up to him with a theory going, I see this is connected and this connected, he would just go, no. Which admittedly I love. Have we done it, boys? Have we done it? Yes! With a single piece of health, you know? Ah, we're fine. They're just NPCs, it's okay. Caim killed 40 people. I was like, I've killed a lot more than 40 people this one. Right, here we go. What's the patter? Oh, I forgot to say, Crash. So Leonard has... Not Leonard, fuck. Feng's glaive. The magic hat is Greed's venom. Oh, I thought it was a wee sort of dagger. I guess it makes sense that it's a glaive, you know, like a bigger sword. Oh, we've got that for us now. Let's try Greed's the Venom. Let's put it in. I wonder how many weapons this game has. It says 3%, so I'm guessing a lot. Explanation. Oh god, there's lore. Right, blacksmith made to open up a door of old shed. It's called the Bone Breaker. Right, cool. I'm not gonna read the lore for every weapon. Not fucking Dark Souls where... I'm saying that Dark Souls does have a relatively simple story once you figure it out. Well, once it, once you hear it, once you go, ah, it makes sense, yeah. I know in Nier and... Oh, no, pause that. I know in Nier and in Nier Automata, there's lore behind quite a lot of the weapons, yeah. In the entire Nier and Drakengard series, every weapon has a storyline. Oh yeah, I remember that with... try to get them in, was it Nier Automata, I think? Oh god, are these like pigmen? You know, I've started reading a bit of Berserk, and this series is very Berserk. I think Berserk might be up there with like... up there with Aliens and like some of the most ripped off, well not ripped off, shall we say, influenced media. Saying that, I love the game series Fear and Hunger, and specifically Fear and Hunger 1 is basically just Berserk. There's 2 characters in it, like there's... Oh, I forget her name, the knight, I forget the knight's name, but the knight, she's basically Casca, and the guy that you go in to rescue or kill in the actual dungeon of Fear and Hunger is basically Griffith. And then obviously this one's not as influenced, it's more just a sort of grim dark fantasy aesthetic, you know. And I might be wrong here, Crash, but you can prove me wrong or right here. Is every like angry boy with a big massive buster sword, is that not just clearly from Guts? Or at least the look of the sort of buster sword. I'm surprised your boy in this didn't start off with a big buster sword. It does seem like the game that would have a buster sword in it. It's more or less its Guts. Aye. I mean, it is a cool look having a sword that is literally bigger than you and impossible to wield. I need to read more of it. I'm still in the early arc, because that's probably the most influential fantasy story in contemporary times. I still need to read more of it because I'm still in the bits that people say, oh, this is shite. Like I've not met like Griffith yet. I've not met, the Band of the Hawk, the cool shit. I say that I've literally read maybe 2 issues, And I know it gets better because I sat and watched what was the movies? The Golden... Is it the Golden Age movies? I've seen one of them and I was like, they are fucking class. Yeah, I can see that sort of thing where it's like later on I know Berserk becomes really fucking good and while early on it is kind of just like, what would you call it? Like, pulp seems like I'm using that word wrongly, but it's just like, oh, cool looking guy shags women and kills things, Which is fine for like throwaway, that's probably a better way to say it, it's just like a throwaway sort of wee book to pass the time. Versus it becomes a big fantasy epic,
Parents were killed by a dragon.
It's not even as edgy people make out, it's just really good. Mature arc for the lead protagonist, yes man.
Will be there.
I think what happens is the fact when they say that, it's probably the early stuff that people go, oh, it's a bit edgy, it's a bit, But then again, it was in the 90s. Maybe I might be wrong about that. Everything in that sort of era was edgy, and like, for example, I've started reading a lot of X-Force, Earlier 80s, so I'm late 80s, that's kind of when you've seen the turn go into more edgy stuff. So even stuff that like I've been reading like X-Force and a lot of comics from that era, and you can see, while they're not as overly violent and overly, sexual, they're pushing the envelope with what they can do, Man whose parents were murdered by a dragon who feels nothing but contempt for mankind, a chasm of distrust between them, the 2 battle Imperial army. Can they be allies only in war? Or can they be lovers? Oh, are we going to see Mikey shag a dragon? Jim at Muir passed before he could finish the story. pass away at a wild moment to, oh yeah, I know the... Right, spoiler, I'm going to spoil. For anyone who's not read Berserk, I've heard the moment, the last thing they done was that, I believe, a child that he was looking after, or something like that, or someone that he was looking after, ends up, it was Griffith, like, reborn or some shit like that. I don't know the context, but I'm like, oh, that is a massive cliffhanger. That's... I think the problem with a lot of characters like this, and especially when it's a character who has been written by one person, right? Like, for example, how do I say this? Like, Superman has been designed to never end, you know? The same with Batman, X-Men. I think sometimes it's okay for characters to have an end, you know? The larger shame is that he was afraid he'd never finish the story. He was afraid to disappoint his fans. I don't think disappointing the fans is the right way to put it, because he probably felt like that, but I'm like, you kind of need to think about, we are only on this earth for a finite amount of time, you know, and things like One Piece has 109, or at least that was the most recent one that I seen yesterday in Waterstones, like 109 volumes, you know, and I'm like, you kind of need to think maybe there's an end point for this, you know. I hope it had, well, no, I hope, because it's continuing, isn't it? They've got other writers in there. Oh, I've got a wee pull up. That poem does not look as cool as I thought it was going to look.
Your parents were killed by an Empire dragon. But
And it happened for me. I enjoyed the journey he gave us, but I think it's so sad that he left us without concern. I think, see if he had see if you have like a ending in mind, you know? And it's a, I don't know, it's just a thing, it's like, actually, take this one for example. See when you have a series like, say, A Song of Ice and Fire, right? And George R. R. Martin keeps saying, oh, I'm no doing a fucking ending, the book will be out when it's out. You are getting a bit older, George, and you have made such a thing of, you know, oh, it'll be out when it's out. But in the time of you writing books, Game of Thrones has become the biggest thing ever, and then kind of dwindled again, you know? Thing is, Pal took that as over a manga author, but he's nowhere near as good as the trade. But like, if it's in its, oh god, oh jeez, right. So this is basically the final season of Game of Thrones. Hopefully it doesn't go as bad as that. But I think given the quality is dive pushing it forward, plot beats without understanding the emotional beats, I'm hoping that it. Again, from what I've heard, his fans seem a bit more understanding than, you know. Because I think, right, it's gonna sound really dickish, right? I do think when you've made a fantasy series, especially one like say Game of Thrones, right, that is going to an ending. I'm not saying you owe it to people to finish it, but you know, while something like say, like Superman or whatever, you know, or things that aren't ordained to go on forever, not as much, you know. Like it's not terrible. Obviously, we have to accept that it's all there is. Yeah. While I think like basically we know the ending was planned, it won't deliver the way he would have. Yeah, that's. Again, unfortunately, real life does get in the way of things, you know. Like if I remember, I might be very wrong here, but there's a series called Wheel of Time, and I always remember Wheel of Time having really nice covers. I never picked it up, but I was always like, oh, they're kind of cool. And then I believe the writer died. And was it Brandon Sanderson that taken over, you know? Yeah, the final two books, you know. Which again, like even if I'm saying Brian Sanderson, what's his name? Oh my god, what was it? Let's go, Brandon Sanderson. That's it. Yeah, I knew it was a shared name with that big right wing cunt. But while he is probably a very good author, you know, it's still gonna be a very different voice. Apparently, weren't as good. Yeah, it's you know all you can do in that regard, you know. This poem's kind of cool. I like the mad poison thing. That looks interesting, yeah. While I do think it's okay for Crash, don't murder me here. I think if Drakengard continued, because it's a very, the stories aren't as connected, if you know what I mean. With a different voice from Yoko Taro, and obviously that's what happened with. But then again, Yoko Taro's young, so he's not going to, you know. Sometimes I wonder if the stories are just better preserved as they are. We had that with 2 and it's not very good. Get fucking... I know he's working on... I believe Anno's working on Ultraman now. Just trade that. You don't believe in auteur theory in video games, but you can spot missing key voices. I think it's... Yeah, it's... But I think it's because video games... Bad example. Video games are a lot more of a collaborative effort than, you know, than, say, writing. Comics a bit more because, you know, you have artists, you have pencilers, you've got all sorts, you know. Reinforcements to the north side, right? Well, like, you could get Hideo Kojima... Like, Hideo Kojima is probably the most well-known auteur in video games, right? You give him a shit team, his game's probably still gonna be shite, if you know what I mean. While, like... I'm trying to think of an example. Like, what's his name? Thing is, MGS wasn't just his voice. Aye. You know, it's a lot more of a collaborative thing. There was a documentary that came with MGS2, right? Oh, I've not seen that. Was that the... I think I love that all these... Is it Substance or whatever? You know, those big collections. I love that they have so much shit in them, but my god, they're so expensive. And he has no... Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, these things take a fucking pound. I've got a feeling I was maybe meant to fight these as the dragon. Everyone contributed to the identity of MGS. Yeah. So it was more of a, like, original Star Wars trilogy than prequel trilogy, where George Lucas had all the power versus someone goes, no, George, I'll help you with this, I'll do that, you know? Right, so it's the wee goblins that are doing the damage to me. Fuck.
So wait, what has the cult of the Watchers done?
I think MGS4 is like, I've heard it's very good, but I've tried. I don't fuck with it as much as, because I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is possibly a perfect game. Like, I don't think like Persona 4 is my favorite game ever. I don't believe Persona 4 is a perfect game, but I do think Metal Gear Solid 3 is. There's very few games I would say are perfect, and that's one of them, you know? That, Shadow of the Colossus, Portal 1. I've not played Portal 2, but Portal 1, I believe, as a wee package is perfect. What else would I say is a perfect title? The thing is, I've only played 2 once. My opinion on 2 would probably... Well, it's not that I've got a bad opinion. I think 2 is really good, but I've just not played it as much. While 3, I've played through 3, let's work this out, about 4 or 5 times, which for me is a lot, because I very rarely replay games, unless it's like a wee quick game that I can beat in like a couple afternoons, you know? Or if I'm streaming one, you know?
I don't understand it. Caim, does it not pain you?
And the only way I've played one is I put a demo disc, and I've played what you call it, Twin Snakes, which I am well aware is not the best way to play it. I still really enjoyed Twin Snakes, but you know, these wee goblins spitting at me. Is that the green fireball thing? Right, what do I need to do? Because I might... Right, okay, I've still got a lot to do. Fuck. Hop in and alt. Okay, these guys just have a lot of health. It's not about... Right, here we go. And then jump off quickly. And just hope that one of these wee guys drop health. Ah, you bastard, you. We've got to take a wee drink, then we're going to fire right back in. Right, here we go, boys. Here we go. I think, honestly, Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably my favourite, just because I think it's... I don't know how to say it. It's like perfect when it comes to like story and gameplay, like leveling them out, and then you'll do an area and then there's boss fights placed at just perfect moments. It's perfectly paced. It's ingenious with boss fights. Like, I know Metal Gear Solid as a franchise kind of does that. Like, they all get different, you know, like excels in boss fights. But then I believe that like 5's unfinished, so it's not fair to like. I kind of wish we had like, you know, like I finished 5, but even then, I think the stuff in 5, like, I think it was lacking boss fights. There was a lot of stuff it was lacking, and I think even if it was finished to Kojima's like what they wanted, it still wouldn't. It still would have lacked story wise and lacked stuff like that, you know. I want a new Metal Gear Solid, but I want them to just take the gameplay from 5 with the, how do I say it, with the, like, with the, I'm saying we're at the plot level of like 1, 2, and 3, you know.
Your killing ways.
But that would be, you know, I guess that's asking a lot, you know.
I can give no more sermons.
Right, he's raging that I'm killing so many people. This is a war. I'm surprised that he's not a playable character. I know he's probably meant to be the angel on your shoulder, but he's probably still fucked up as well. He's meant to be your conscience going like, Caim, you really don't need to kill everyone. And Caim's like, yes. Well, you know, the dragon's like, yes. I'll be honest, these are the only missions I don't really fuck with. Just because the dragon feels so weighty. Not weighty. How do I say it? Like see, because I'm stuck it feels like I'm driving a truck. But it's also at like this level. You know, like it's the thing is, I can completely see what they were going for, but it's either budget or, how do I say it? I don't want to say Cavia or shit, but you know, that level of game design, if you know what I mean. Like, see if they brought someone else out now, oh my god, I'd be like, yes, man. Cavia, I say I don't want to slag off Cavia. I feel bad doing that because I do like their games and they're low budget, yeah. I imagine this game didn't have a crazy amount of time, but like I believe the dragon stages are good, and these stages do excel sometimes, but they're a lot lower ceiling, if you know what I mean. Or most of the time they're crap, you know. Oh Jesus, right? These guys are fucking us up. Individually, people make cool and good things, but I don't doubt the staff are talented. It was probably due to like you have like, you know, a year to make a game, which I know even like I know them was like a nightmare, you know. And you've got a tenner to do it in, you know. Like, see this right now. See if without the dragon and without some areas, there are 1,000 games in the PS2 that this could be, you know. Yeah, I know you could put the best game developers in, you know, in the worst situation, it would still come out shite, you know. Very rarely does a game given a little budget and little time come out as, you know, oh Jesus, right, it's a bad decision, Mikey, it's a bad decision. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin through, I'm gonna find a group of targets, I meant to say. Fuck, word failing. Yeah, that failed, jump off a dragon quickly, there we go. Wow, what a great game. Hey, Kashi, the thing is, as negative as I'm sounding this, I am enjoying it. But that almost annoys me more than if it was just a shit game, if that makes sense. Because see it when I'm like, oh, there is a good game in here, there is good ideas, and I wish they were done more polishedly, you know, they were done better. If that makes sense, you know? While, like, because I do think a game that has potential is a bit more disappointing than a game that's just shite, if that makes sense. Like, I'm a bit more gutted when I see ideas and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, this could work if it was, you know, done better, which it gives me hope because there are more Drakengard games. And this is the thing, Drakengard 2, right, it doesn't have Yoko Taro, so it's probably got to fail in the story elements because that's what I think Yoko Taro does really well, and does have more sort of, how do I say it, quirky ideas and shit like that. But I'm hoping that the gameplay is going to be a bit more polished, you know. And I'm gonna go into it because I've decided, I was looking at like giant soldiers are rioting and attacking a village. Be wary, these stronger enemies. I probably should have read that before I skipped that. But I'm gonna go in with open mind and sort of see how it is because it might be good. Cash got the bag, yes, man. Creatine is saved. Oh. Oh, did you leave your bag at a gym?
What is the code to the what?
Oh, fuck. I didn't expect... I know goblins turn up and dragons turn up. I didn't expect, like, giants and shit. Right, here we go, here we go. We're going to get blasting. Worse in the gym. Queen Street on Monday. Oh, I would have just assumed it was gone. You just circle around then ult. You know what would be kind of cool as well? See if we had a party. I know we get a party member later on who uses a golem. But I can't... It's always kind of a pet peeve of mine is when you're in a fantasy world and all your party members are human plus, if that makes sense, you know? Like, I've kind of got this issue with Baldur's Gate as well. I love the characters in Baldur's Gate, but I do kind of wish we had a gnome character, a dwarf character, a Goliath character, you know? Called on after I got to Edinburgh and they agreed to hold on to it. Oh, you got real lucky, Kashi, but that's fucking class. Have we done it, boys? Have we done it? And when I say human plus, I mean like an elf or like you're a human but you have red skin, you know? You're in a fantasy world. Give me like a kobold party member, you know? Most valuable thing is the bag. It's the one that I keep the cool stuff in. Folds up. Worth weight in gold. Yes, man.
The goddess. The empire. A fortress. A fortress. Where?
I do remember one time when I was first going out with Megan. Lizelle, yeah, Lizelle's like the one that I can point at that's like, oh, she's, you know, different enough. But what I would always do is I'd have like party members that, you know, you do the sort of not social links but the things with. I'd have Karlach in the party because, you know, big buff lady. But I would have the hirelings, I think they're called, because, you know, you'd have because they've got all these different party members that admittedly have no personality, but they're all, you know, different. Because if you've got all these cool races and cool characters, you can't want to see them, you know. Again, Baldur's Gate's probably a better example of it, but there is a lot of games that kind of do that, you know. From the Beast's memories, they learn of a shorter path to the Empire's lands. The path is guarded by Imperial soldiers and huge golems formed of rock. Now that each seal has fallen to the relentless Empire, Caim and his small group have no choice but to brave a dangerous path. Alright, here we go. Let's brave this dangerous path, boysies. Oh, it's a ground level. Wait, is it? Oh no, it's one of these levels, right?
To the Empire's lands. It seems you must pass through this narrow gorge.
Right, just get blasting. Imperial forces have been spotted advancing into ravines. Crush them before they reach Imperial territory. And Crash, has Berserk got any good games? I know it's got one by, oh, what the boy's called? A Muso? I forget what the group are called. You know, like a Dynasty Warriors type, which that seems to work. You know, that seems like the perfect sort of Koei Tech. Well, that's it. The only game I'm really interested, like, they've got a Fist of North Star one, but honestly, I think Fist of North Star was done perfectly by your boys that done Yakuza. That's the only Yakuza game well, no, that's a lie. I've finished Zero, and I really like Zero, but I've played that one. I really like that. Oh, fuck, what's it called? Fist of North Star Something's Paradise, which I really want to stream, but it's only on PS4, and I can't be bothered getting my fucking capture card and my PlayStation set up again. But, oh god, the Koei Tech also do what you call it? Attack on Titan game, which I'm interested in because see the idea of like Spider-Man about fighting giants sounds cool as fuck. I've only ever seen the first season of it, so again, this is my hot take here. I really kind of didn't care when they introduced the big fucking, like, oh, he's actually a giant himself and can turn into basically a flesh mech suit. No. I like it when you're these wee guys fighting off these giant monsters. You know, they actually were threatening at first. I've got a feeling that kind of very quickly disappears. You know. Oh, the tourist levels went up again. I was in Edinburgh very briefly a couple of days ago for work, and yeah, it was heaving. Yeah, this thing, Edinburgh's smaller than Glasgow, isn't it? But it somehow feels a lot more compact. I think it's just a lot busier, weirdly.
Something else.
Oh, something else. Oh, we get a boss fight. What's this? Imperial War Golem has appeared in the ravines. Your weapons are useless, you have to destroy it from the air. Like, see that street when you come out of Prince's? No. You know when you come, not Princess, fuck. Cashy, name the two train stations and I'll be able to tell you what one it is. Because I forget the names. It's not, is it Haymarket when you come out of it? It's on the Royal Mile and it is just full of people. It is a nightmare. Is it Waverley I'm thinking of? When you get up, when you come out of Waverley and it's just like, that's the road you take to the castle and shit like that, and it is a nightmare. Gotta get back in the dragon, make it get back in the dragon. Is this where I'm going? Nope, I fucked up. Oh, I've really fucked up. Who is this cunt? Is this like a timed... He has a lot of health, holy shit. I've got a feeling this is how I get one of the items. Oh, he's got to do me in. You always stand at the entrance and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I hate it. See, especially when I'm with Megan, like, see, because it's so busy, people don't, they see me, and but they won't see Megan and they'll nearly walk over her. Oh, it's a nightmare. Like, even in Glasgow when it's on a Saturday and like a really busy day in the you know, the city centre, it's not that bad in comparison. Fuck off, goblins! I hate these goblins, I hate them. Right, have I fucked up? I don't think I can make my dragon here. Right, here we go, we're good, we're good. Oh god, oh Jesus. Right, we're good, here we are. How did I get to the War Golem? How the fuck did I get through this ravine? Right, let's try that again. Would make it a lot easier if they closed off the bit, say Waverley to cars. Have they not? I'm sure they've always got that wee... Oh no, they don't. Never mind, I've remembered now. Right, it's meant to be this maze that I'm in, right. Man, it'd be good if I could see where I was going with the camera. Right, not this. Wait. Into the fray. With all the boys. Right, have I fucked up? Yep, I fucked up, so I need to turn. Oh god. Speed, dragon, speed. Turn left. Nope.
This way more than once before.
Dragon, why can't you just fly up? Surely you could just fly above all this. Right, is that the... Oh, that looks cool as fuck. It looks like... Is it Alexander? You know, the summon in Final Fantasy? I do love a good... Oh, shit. Right, I probably should kill these boys first. Like, it's like it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, you know? I do like a good when it's like a... Like, it's a castle or whatever, but it's actually moving. Like, one of my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I had when I was... It wasn't a particularly good card, but it was called Island Turtle. I do like the idea of it's a ship or it's an island or whatever, but it moves. That's just outside the alt bit. Fuck, there's a wee mage there. Fuck off, mage! Let me tell you about this book series you'd love. Oh dear, what's the book series? Where the world is on the back of 4 elephants and back of turtle that moves. Yes, man. I fucking love Discworld. Discworld's actually my favourite book is which got Mort. Not because it's like there's probably better Discworld books, but it's the one I read. I read that as a kid, and I fucking love Mort. Right, oh god, I've got a feeling if I get hit once, I'm fucked. I need to escape the ravines. Right. Is it this way? Can't go this way. No! Mort is one of the best. Oh, it's so good. I remember it's because my... oh god, oh Jesus. My high school I used to have... They were... I can't remember what they were called. They were like adapted books. But they were like... Nah, man. If I survived. They were like half comic book and half actual book. So it would like adapt some of it, and then it'd be like... So I think it was like to help people get into reading and shit like that, and they released one of Mort for that. And I think that's why it's my favourite, because I've done that, and then I read the book. I didn't finish the book because I struggle reading books, but I got the audiobook for it, and it's one of my comfort listens, you know. Man's fantastic if you like Mort. Again, I really need to I've got a big list of like all Discworld books I need to dig into because there's so many of them. I kind of need to like. And one thing I like is because they're very rarely like continuity matters, but not a crazy amount, you know. So you can kind of just pick and choose what type of book you want, or you know, what characters you want to follow. So like Death's one of my favourites, you know. What? Fuck right off. I'm probably gonna have to restart this mission. I see a cheese down there. Come on, someone have a wee cheese with health. Game over incoming. Nope, Crash, you're gonna watch this. MLG as fuck, dodging everything. I probably should be blasting these guys as I was flying by as well. I bet Crash knew it was coming and was just like, tee hee hee. Just watching me bugger myself so much more. Fuck. I'm probably got killed. Yep, there we go. It was obviously a few minutes ago watching the mazes drop your health. Yeah, that fucked me quite badly. Instead of jumping off, I was like, oh, you know what? I can dodge him. I'll be fine. Forgetting I'm in a dragon that is the size of a fucking house, you know? Go take a wee drink.
To reach the Empire's lands, it seems you must pass through this narrow gorge.
This level doesn't seem too bad. It was the gorge bit that really fucked me up. Watch me just fuck everything up after this. I think it was just the gorge that fucked me up because I didn't... And also getting lost and getting hit so many times probably didn't help, you know? You know something after this? You know what I'm going to do? Next time we go to Forgotten Worlds, boys, he's genuinely like... I've got a wee list on my phone which is like... I've not updated in a while, so I'll probably need to update it, but it's the games I'm allowed to buy. Lair is generally going on that. I kind of want to own a copy of Lair. I know Proto said he'd sell me his, but I'm sure maybe I can undercut it and, you know, pay less than 50 quid for it, you know? But it's weird, like, even though it's like, I used to always see it in CX, and now recently, whenever I go in, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'm a bit of a bargain hunter. If I see it for any less than 45, it's getting bought. I know it's a rare game. It's like the same way with Symphony of the Night. So Symphony of the Night is the last of my is the last of my holy grails that I want to get. Of course I'll probably find another one, but that's the big one. I could easily buy a copy if I dropped like 200 quid. But I will find it for cheaper than that. I was actually thinking about maybe getting the... Like, I was looking for like alternate versions of it, and maybe like the Japanese version is cheaper, and maybe the you know, whatever. But I think my goal's going to be, I think I'm going to try and get the Xbox Live Arcade release. It was, I believe, it was something like Frogger, Track and Field, and Symphony of the Night, which is a mental mix. This is also a dead end I'm running right into, fuck. But it was some weird collection like that. I also love weird collections. I've got I think it's Burnout Paradise and Trivial Pursuit double pack. And there was one I always used to see in CEX and in, like, you know, your games and shit like that. And it was Bioshock and Oblivion. Again, two really, really good games. But what the fuck are they doing packaged together, you know? You don't really, like, see, unless you get compilations, you don't really get weird shit like that anymore.
I feel we have passed this way more than once.
Actually, Bioshock and Oblivion, are they even... I guess, wait, who's Bioshock by? 2K, wasn't it? So it's not even... Is 2K owned by ZeniMax, maybe? I don't know who owns who, so I might be very wrong in this regard. But that seems like a mental mix, you know? Anything plus Elder Scrolls, good deal. And there's another one that was, I think it was Lego Batman, and what was that bike game? It wasn't Trials. It was like a 3D like bike sim. Fuck, what was that called? I can see a cover saying that cover is a man in the bike. It's not the most, you know, pure. That was it. What the fuck are these boys? The mage just parry me. Oh! That's one mage down. I'll kill the mages here. Fuck, I meant to... Here was a split... Oh, I fucking love Split Second. I actually went and bought a copy for my 360 for Split Second. I was like, I'll sit and play this. And... And the copy will not play past... Like, you can play the first couple of levels, and then... You go play the next ones, and it just goes, oh, this can't be read. And I'm like, motherfucker. Of all the games I want to play, I know there's a version on Steam, but I don't know if that version's any good. Because I love Split Second. Like, again, I'm not big into racing games, but Split Second, oh, so fucking cool. Didn't Disney publish it? Because if I remember, they changed it in... Because they changed it in development. Like, originally it was meant to be guys that were in it, but now it's like remote control cars, so that when you crash, they can say nobody died. Man, the mages are still fucking us up. And I might be wrong here, but you don't really, like... I sound like an old man going, oh, you just don't get games like that nowadays, but you don't really get, like... Driving games tend to always be like... Again, I might be wrong here, you know, like your big, you know, like Gran Turismo's, your... well, no, saying that, they all seem to be like sim racers, is that what you call them, you know? Like, they're based around simulation. I don't give a fuck about simulation. I want the most ridiculous fucking... Like, apart from maybe Split Second, my favourite racers probably, would you call it? You don't get arcade racing games because they're woke now. Yes, man. Like, I think Outrun 2, specifically Outrun 2 Coast to Coast, might be my favourite racer. And I've seen a couple of like indie titles that are kind of doing something similar. Did we do it, boys? Did we do it? Yes, man. Excuse me, Mikey always comes first. Wait, what? Easy peasy. Caim killed 3 people. Yes, man. The dragon killed 102. Yeah, okay, dragon's maybe a bit of a... Caim's the good boy here. The dragon's the, you know, the mass murderer. Actually, would you say dragon's a serial killer? Because a spree killer is you kill a lot of people at once. No, dragon serial killers calm down. I guess. I don't know. Play a decent wee bit of it. Good game. It's one of those games I always remember seeing. It was always kind of cheap because I think driving games went down in price quite a lot, but I never picked it up. Like, racing games were something I never really messed with much. The Blue Mountains, here we go, Chapter 5. We'll finish our chapter stream, happy with that, boys. There was this one that I played. Actually, fuck, I think it was an SSX title. Chapter 5, Destruction. Screamer, oh, I've heard of that. I think I just seen a trailer for something called Screamer. It's Tokyo Extreme Racer, yes man. Oh, they've all made packs with Shinigamis. So I guess this isn't good, boys. You know what one of my favourite things you see in video games are, right? I love when it's like shows you a big battle. This won't do it because this actually does large scale battles. I love when it shows you like it's kind of the opposite of a Dynasty. Oh fuck, I think it looks cool as fuck. It's like opposite of a Dynasty Wars game where you'll see a big battle in a cutscene, and then when you see it in the real game, it's like 6 people, you know. Oh, these things look cool as fuck. I love their designs. I love the wee sort of what do you call them? Like scaffolding on the big monsters. That's cool. So they can control them. Oh. The Union has amassed... We're in Chapter 5, Verse 2. I think there's 9 chapters, I think. Or maybe. The Union has amassed all its forces to confront the Imperial armies in a final battle. But the Empire's evil factories have built immense one-eyed monsters. Before them, the Union forces can only turn and flee. Caim and the dragon take to the air to destroy the Cyclops and turn defeat into glorious victory. Crash, I'm just thinking, see if you were adapting Drakengard, would the best way not be a choose your own adventure book to keep the endings all sort of, keep it all right? You know, I've got a wee note in my notepad here. I've got an idea for like streams, and one of them was a choose your own adventure book with a chat. So much so I've literally got I think they're PDFs of what do you call them? Like Give Yourself Goosebumps, which were books I loved as a kid. Now, one single story and ending per season. Disregard all continuity except all is canon. Yes, man. Don't explain it in the slightest, just to get everyone really confused. Why, boys? So my mum has suddenly really got into One Piece. She's watched the Netflix show for One Piece. But she keeps messaging me going, have you watched One Piece yet? And then telling me about all the stories. And I'm like, Mum, I've kind of absorbed a lot of One Piece through, like, you know... Like, you just hear about it, you know, the same way with Dragon Ball. I know quite a lot of... I know the writers a bit. But it's just weird hearing my mum, who has never watched an anime before, going on about how much she loves One Piece. And I'm like... Actually, I was also thinking that yesterday. I think we were walking through... I poked my head into, like, Smith's Toys, right? Female, oh yeah, because there's a time skip, isn't there? And they get... But anyways, I was watching, I was in Smith's Toys and I was looking, and there's One Piece merch everywhere. There's, like, a bunch of... Oh god, oh Jesus. Like, there's other anime merch there, and I was like, you know what's wild? I remember when I was in high school, and the school just got a manga section, and there was, like, 3 things there, and you had to, like... it's mainstream now, which is cool as fuck. I kind of wish, obviously I don't wish I was, you know, a Wayne, but it is cool seeing all the shit that, you know, like, again, nowadays, like, when I was younger I watched all of Smallville because there wasn't anything comic book related out, apart from things like that, you know, and now, like, you know, Marvel movies are the biggest fucking movies ever. I do like the designs of the Cyclops, yeah, I was gonna say. Even though it fucked me up, I do like it. It looks pretty cool. Right, here we go. We're good, boys. We're good. Marvel movies are almost... Marvel horror movies tend to do well or still get released. And Oh yeah, like me and Megan wanted to go see that again. Send Help, which was a Sam Raimi movie, and it was in for less than a month, and we missed it. Marvel movies. What's the big one that's out now? Like horror movies still do really well. And I think Send Help was, you know, obviously made by. Are they like Gorgons that are flying about? But Send Help's obviously made by Sam Raimi, like a big creator, and I was like, that's a bit. It probably made its money back. But still, yeah. And I'll talk about Marvel movies tomorrow because we're gonna be playing Web of Shadows. So I'll save all my Marvel movie talk there. But I feel nowadays like the same like most big actors now are just going to telly. That seems to be where the money is now. Like, you know, get yourself a Netflix show, get yourself a. For some reason, ITV has been doing like massive fucking like, you know, massive ones, like massive dramas and shit like that with big name actors. You know, like what's that one? I think you mentioned it, Proto. I don't know if it was ITV, but was it Slow Horses? You know.
The One-Eyes are defeated. Now to hunt the rest of the jackals.
Oh, is that the rest of the Cyclops is away? Yeah, 6'9", yes, man. There's too many good TV shows. Like, Megan's finishing off Death Note because Megan has never watched it and she just decided, oh, you know what? And she got really into it. And then she hit that point in Death Note. I think everyone that's watched it knows that point, you know? So, it's a bit of a slog now. While it doesn't get atrocious, there's clearly a big dip in quality, you know?
Crawl out of the earth like worms.
Right, just murder all these boysies. Oh, that's so many. Cyclops defeated now onto the ground. Imperial troops are by 1,000. Await their baptism by dragonfire. I would that got knocked off there.
Soldiers, advance! We must not let him fight alone.
I don't know if it's a good idea fighting alone while I'm doing this to like our soldiers, you know.
Shall be ours. Soldiers, show them the strength of the Union.
But what was I saying? I've completely forgot. Yeah, there's like The Boys is starting its final season soon. I've still not watched Gen V. I know Gen V Season 2 is not meant to be as good as Season 1, but I still really enjoyed Season 1, so I'll watch Season 2. And it's probably got to tie into, obviously not a crazy amount, but there's probably got to be stuff from Gen V Season 2 that's in, you know, The Boys. And then there's just so many other shows we need to watch, you know. I wish that I had more time, boysies. That's the thing. There's so many movies I want to watch, you know. There's so many games I want to play. Like my backlog by my PC is by my PS5 is getting a bit ridiculous.
Both sides have summoned all their
But unfortunately, I need to work and I need to sleep. I don't know why when I'm like, oh, I need to like, I need more time. I need to, you know, read or whatever the stuff I've already got. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll start reading the entirety of Berserk, or I'll start. Actually, I've been picking up quite a lot of like comic books recently, and I'm really enjoying them again. I'm started reading X-Men United because they're now doing a sort of new era X-Men, which I'm sure will be good until, you know, the next event comic that shakes everyone up, which I think is coming in summer, called, I think it's the Armageddon game or whatever, or the Armageddon something. Oh, even more guys. I've killed a lot of guys here. There's even more to murder. But I read last night this one called X-Force, Sex and Violence, which is a Wolverine and Domino story, which was very good. Also, I went to see that last night, a movie called They Will Kill You, which is a treasure chest has appeared. Let's go get a treasure chest, which is starring Zazie Beetz. And it is, how would I say it? It's very, what do you call it if something's like unoriginal? It's like there's a line between influenced and, oh, taking the dugout. Yes, man. What dog is it you're looking after? What was the? I'm trying to think. What was it? Was, you know, that word? But the movie was good itself. It was just very unoriginal when it came to, like, you can tell it's like, oh, I watched this, I watched that, I watched this, you know. Like, there's a lot of influence from Tarantino, of course. That's because Zazie Beetz has her feet out for most of the movie. There's a lot of... that background's cool as fuck with this sort of failed Cyclops. I didn't even notice what I got. Right, let's spin around and fuck these guys up. But aye, they will kill you. It's alright. It's fun for what it is, and it has some really well directed fight scenes and really sort of... It's just very... Oh, I'm forgetting the word. But we just want to see it because we've not seen anything in the movies in a while. I know it's a low bar, but just the flying on ground to fighting scene so much better in this game than Lair. It's not bad. It's the only thing is I hate is that's as far as you can fly in these missions, and the dragon controls. You know, obviously it's a dragon, it should have some weight behind it. Oh, in Lair, because you like squat down as a dragon, don't you? I feel like obviously when you're doing something like this, it's a bit of a power fantasy, you know, when you're like, yes, murder, so many, you know, what the game wants you to do, yeah? I would argue it is a good game, but it's probably the most butts that I've, you know, more butts than Honey Pop. But it's like, there's a lot of me going, oh, I would recommend this. But it's got good ideas. Like, see the stuff when you're in the dragon and the combat when the combat's good. It's really good. It's just so janky, so janky. It's very much the ideas outweigh the, I don't want to say talent, but you get what I mean, or the budget, you know. And I think I just want to take the polish of something like Nier Automata. I think that's why so many people are excited for a remake of this, because it's got a story with interesting things in it. It's got some really cool ideas, but the gameplay's shit. I remember when, what was it, when Nier Automata came out, somebody was like, I read the review and they're like, oh, look guys, it's a good Yoko Taro game. And I was like, oh, that's a good point, because a lot of his games are, oh, these are interesting, but I think Nier's probably, like, the first Nier's probably the closest, because I've heard Drakengard 3 is... Well, then again, the stuff I've heard about Drakengard 3 is less of the game being shit, and more of, oh my fucking god, how was this allowed? It's so fucking... It performs so badly. I've heard it perform... And that's kind of gutting, because I went and bought a physical copy of it. That physical copy will never be played, because if it runs better on emulator. I'll just play it on emulator then, you know? Though it really annoys me that, for some reason, the copy I've got looks like a PS4 game. I don't know why. Also, Crash, have you got the DLC? Because that's the first thing I done, was I went and downloaded like all the DLC to try and get that working, because I've heard the DLC is very good story-wise. You've got a DLC, that's good. Because I believe it wasn't on the European store, so you had to jump through some hoops. Obviously for yourself, not that hard, but I was looking at like tutorials for it and I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And is the PS3 network still up? Because I know the Xbox 360 marketplace just shut down. Rest in peace, you know. Now where else will I get my Rumble Roses XX DLC outfits? So my power board in the kitchen tripped the mains while I was away. It's just like, called 105 and they're super helpful. Yes, man. Like, it's like, got your bag back? Yes, man. Got this? Yes, man. Someone cleaned the back garden? Yes, man. And then power goes. Life is just no letting you have a win, Cashy. It's like, right, yeah, I'll have a bit of a win, but we'll need to, like, do all this, you know? How is it? Surely it doesn't, like, again, I'm not a game developer or a PlayStation server man, but surely it doesn't take much to keep it up, you know? So, and you're going to get money from like some weirdos out there, and there's some people who just haven't upgraded to new consoles. Like, I was talking to a guy in CX a wee while ago, well, saying like, I didn't talk, he came up and started talking to me, and he's like, oh, I just get PS3 games because they're a lot cheaper, you know? I think it was a security thing. Ah. See, I don't know anything about stuff like that. Oh my god, so many guys to kill. Holy shit. I think there's only one... No, there's only two of these ones. It's been a roller coaster. I was like, it's been a roller. I was like, is that a term? I don't know. I'll just say yes. You know, playing this makes me gutted that... Obviously, right... Obviously, I think if Scalebound came out, that we wouldn't have Nier Automata, so 6 and a half a dozen, you know. But I do kind of wish that Scalebound became a thing, because I can see that I can like see the idea of getting a dragon and fighting and doing big combat like that. Cool as fuck, you know. And if Scalebound was good, we wouldn't need Lair. But unfortunately, Lair's the best dragon sim we've got now.
Empire has deployed soldiers impervious to magic.
Bastards!
Be careful.
Right, these are the pricks. Where are they at? Where's the... Right, they're the ones I need to jump off and fight myself. Bewitched troops have appeared in the southwest. Smash them before they can attack.
Lord Caim risks his life in battle. Come, soldiers, stand by his side.
That's right, I'm the best, boys. I'm the best. I looked up how old Caim was. Caim's like, I want to say 23, which I think that's like at the age of every video game protagonist, unless you're in Final Fantasy, and then you're a 17-year-old, but you're somehow the head of a mercenary group. I might be wrong, Cloud's not 17, is he? I do remember you meet, is it Quistis, and everyone's like, oh, she's much older. She's like a teacher. She's like 19. But I'm, oh fuck, they're impervious to magic, so... Look at these big boys. Oh no. Wait, why have I got the sword? I'm probably better with it. Oh, these guys are fucking me up. Probably better with the axe. Oh no, it's the glaive I've got. No, no, put the sword back. Actually, the sword's doing alright against them. Oh, so many of them, boys. So many of them. And I know it's trying its best, and I know you probably have to upgrade the weapons, but they don't have the same oomph as Dynasty Warriors weapons. Because Dynasty Warriors, you'll have a weapon that's one thing I find funny. Dynasty Warriors, I might be wrong here. I might be wrong, but isn't Dynasty Warriors based off of like actual history? But then they'll have a cunt with like a sword the size of, you know, a small house, wiping cunts out with like, you know, 200 plus combos and shit like that. Right, here we go, we're good, we're good. Yes, inspired by historical wars. Very, very loosely. It should do more of that, like that.
This is the battle to end all humans.
Like the best movie about Scottish history is Braveheart, and that's maybe like 1% true, you know? Or just do like, what's that game? What's that one that came out on the PSP? Jeanne d'Arc, which is always on my to-do list. Because I have this weird obsession, what I've read up about this history. Does anyone ever get weird bits of history that they are kind of obsessed with? So it's not so much Joan of Arc. She's a side story in what I've read up in, but the one that I've read up in is a guy called Gilles, who is possibly the biggest child murderer and monster there's ever been on the face of the earth. But he was rich, and he was, you know, he could like cover it up. He could not cover it up, but people just didn't do it, and he was best pals with Joan of Arc. And I do find it funny that this one who's seen as this warrior of God and shit like that, and she was literally, and he was literally practicing black magic as well. He is like the most evil fucker. Like, he's like cartoon levels of evil. He'd be a bad guy in Berserk, you know. And there he is, arm in arms with, you know, the warrior of God, you know. Well, I say side story, it's like more like she is an important part of history as well, but I find Gilles de Rais much more interesting because he is so fucking evil. Right, there we go, there we go. And one thing that's weird, so does anyone remember, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh game? I believe it's, oh, what is it called? What one's that? Is it the Forgotten Kingdom or whatever it's called? The one that's like a sequel to Forgotten Memories, which was on my to-do list, and I realised how long it takes. And one of the and I can't remember who it is, but Gildy Ray is named one of the characters named after him. And I was like, oh, don't. I think it's Pegasus. I'm like, oh, don't name him after a massive child murderer and child, you know, and like satanic sex offender. It's oh no, sex offender saying it, sex monster. Figured out it was probably something in the kitchen. Those only switches that leave him well on my way. Tried the power board and flipped again, so we'll try individual plugs and see if any trip it. Oh, hopefully it gets sorted, Kashi. That sounds like a nightmare. I have entered this weird Zen state. Again, I know this is what Yoko Taro is probably suggesting, is that, oh, you're murdering so many people, but I have entered this weird relaxing Zen state of just wiping these guys out, you know? Taking the meta-narrative away of murdering so many guys and, you know, being a monster. It is strangely relaxing playing a Dynasty Warriors type, you know, and just mowing through folk, if you get what I mean. Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up now. That's what I get for relaxing. Is the freezer okay? Because that's the one that would fuck me up, because I've got so much food in the freezer. So much. I do remember in our old house that happened, where, no, it wasn't that, it was the freezer broke. So we were just like, right, we need to cook everything. That was I say a fun evening. We had like maybe a little bite of this, a little bite of that, because, you know, might as well try everything. Ice cream inside was soft, so I'm gonna bin it. But I mean, it's easier access to the ice cream. Just pour it. That's what you do. It's just a smoothie, and just pour it in your cup. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right, just... Oh my gosh, cunt will not die. Right, here we go, we're good. Right, I'm kind of worried if someone would actually take my suggestions as, like, seriously. The man who has had food poisoning so many times, you know. But again, my food poisoning, well, actually, have I ever had, yeah, I've had self-inflicted food poisoning before. One was because I didn't realise our oven was broke, and I made chicken, and it was one of the ones you can just sort of bung in, you know, like frozen stuff. I didn't have food poisoning live on stream. Oh, actually, where did I get that food poisoning from? So I've had food poisoning a good few times, and oh, once was, I remember my, the first time I ever had food poisoning was, I remember it was my mum that gave me it. So I think I was meant to go out somewhere, and then that got cancelled, but it was also my mum and dad's anniversary. So my mum was making some sort of big dinner, like, for them, and I was like, oh, I'm staying in. Mum's like, oh, I'll eat some, but she was obviously distracted making the big dinner. And she didn't, I think she was focusing, because she had 1,000 other things in the oven, and she gave me it, and I eaten it, and I was just like it was bad. I say a lot of times. I've had it maybe 4 or 5 times in my life. No, it's not pleasant. I have eaten stuff that's off before, just because I forgot about the... Not off. Off's a bad way, like, just out of date. But it obviously not like mouldy or anything like that, you know. Because sometimes you just forget, sometimes you just assume, and you go, oh, it's fine, and then you realise, oh, this was out of date, like, a wee while ago, you know. Oh, what's going on in Dan's Discord? Oh yeah, I got Saturday off, so I will be there the whole time, boys. I was afraid, like, because I messaged Dan, and I was like, because I thought, oh, I'll be later on, it'll be fine. And then I realised, oh no, it's early on, so I had to go move things about. Don't worry, I'll be there, and I will be singing my heart out I won't know. I refuse to learn the words or refuse to learn songs. I will just wing it. And I'll be amazing. I'll move you all to tears. Right, I should actually go and do missions, shouldn't I? I'm in such a zen state that I didn't even bother like going to do fight things, yeah. Dr. Pepper. Just don't like Dr. Pepper. It's all. I'm just gonna change all lyrics to just how much I hate Kashi. It's just gonna be diss tracks. Oh, I'll be like, do you have DJ Bad Boy in the or Gary McF in the what you got on the song selection? I tried Dr. Pepper recently. Like I was in, actually it was yesterday. I was in Nando's, and you know how they have the wee sort of share things? Not share. I say share. Fuck. Everyone's talking about the word share. I'll do it a cappella. But what was it? It was fuck off. I tried Dr. Pepper's the wee sort of like bottomless drink thing. Boggin. Opinions not changing it. Absolutely disgusting, revolting. These are all monsters. Bigger monsters than Ettin and Drakengard. And that's a lot, because Caim's killed so many boysies. Like I said, I've entered this weird zen state where I'm just like, murder everything. And it's hard. I'm like, how long have I been here? How long have I been in this stage, boysies? Feels like a while, but I don't feel annoyed at it, which is a rarity for Drakengard. Right, here we go, boys. Here we go. We're good. We're good. Just feel like been on the stage for a while. I think because I've heard. So one of the audio things I've heard before when I was watching like a Drakengard lore video. So I think I know what the idea is. I think the idea is you kill so many people and then the game goes like, oh no, you're actually a monster for killing this many people, including your own guys, I'm sure. Because I'm sure some of them got caught in the dragon fire. But I feel, see with games like this, right, and I'm going to say this as well, I'm going to compare this is going to be a weird comparison. I'm going to compare Drakengard and its attempt at doing moral storytelling. Enemy guys at the final mighty struggle, strike at commandos and give the Union victory. I'm going to compare this to The Last of Us. So Last of Us Part 2 does this thing where, well, I'm guessing there are boys, whoops, where it goes, you're a monster because you've killed so many people, and see when you're fighting guys, they will drop down to their knees and go like, no, please spare me, stop. See if you had a moral, like, see if you chose to then kill them, that would make sense, if you know what I mean. Like it's Pink Dragon. It is a lovely shade of pink. Magenta Dragon. Well, it was magenta. But see, because you don't have a choice and you need to do that to finish a game. Perfect example. Undertale. Undertale, I believe, does... I can't believe I'm saying Undertale does that type of story better than Drakengard or Last of Us. Like, Last of Us is this thing where it's like, say you kill a character, and then they, like, say I kill a random goon, and then it'll turn around and go like, no, Stephen! So you're meant to go, oh, he was a person, he had all that sort of stuff, you know? But the thing is, especially in Drakengard as well, it's telling you, you need to do this to finish the level. While Undertale, if you go in so automatically and just murder everything, and the guys go, yeah, if murdering's bad, you shouldn't be doing this, there's a peaceful way, you know? That's probably the best I've ever seen do that. You know what game I need to play? I need to play Deltarune. Oh Jesus, right. I've not played Deltarune yet, even when it was free, when it had like chapter, was it 1 and 2, and then chapter 3 you have to pay for. I've not played them, not, because I loved Undertale. See, I think it would work better in a movie, that twist. But again, it's if you chose to do it. Like, imagine if it because I know exactly what scene you're talking about. It's the white phosphorus, isn't it? Where you find out you then used it on women and children, shit like that, and civilians. See if it gave you like the choice between like a really hard fight, like a ridiculously hard fight, but you had in the back of your mind, is it a character going like say like a character going, oh, if we do this, we won't have to fight this, you know, so you can choose to use a white phosphorus. So you'd be making a choice to do it instead of it just being part of the game. Because I think when a game tries to make you feel bad for killing, it should give you the option of not killing, so that you're making that option, you're making that choice, if you know what I mean. It's a game, I bought it on Steam because I think it was getting delisted, because I tend to see if a big release gets delisted, I'll go out my way to try and buy it. And I've got a copy behind me. And I've always thought about, I think it was one of my very early, like when I was first streaming, I was like, oh, I'll stream Spec Ops The Line. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like when you try to do something like this, it is a big undertaking because it is a very emotional point. But a lot of games fumble with... Again, I get the idea, like, oh, because you're the player, you choose to. I'm like, no, you don't, because you're told. Like, for example, here, you need to destroy these targets to continue the game. So I'm not actively choosing to kill them, I'm just doing what I'm told, you know? Well, in Undertale, if I choose to, you know, stick a knife into Toriel's eye, I am choosing to be a monster, you know? It's just it's a twist, or a thing that so many games try, but so many do. You know, even like Last of Us 2 again. So Last of Us 2, for example, see when a character is begging for his life, and if you leave him, you know what he does? After he does the animation, he'll go, no, I'm sorry, please. He'll just get up and like try and stab you again, you know? So I'm like, oh, so I need to kill you to continue. It's not like, you know, exploring the effects of war, hazing your soldiers is good, but it can be a helpful anti-war message. But yeah, the issue with the game it does you I think as well, again, because it's something you need to do. Like, I will end up playing it one day, I think, because it's sitting looking at me like to play it, and I've heard like, it's gonna sound weird when talking about the, you know, oh, killing so many people. I've heard it is a pretty good game on top of that as well, you know. Because, like, let's be completely honest here, even though we're talking about Undertale going like, oh, you're a monster, it still needs to be fun. That's the thing as well. You can have a message, but end of the day, I just want to say, yeah, I think it's literally an adaptation of Heart of Darkness. Which, let me tell you boys, really confused me when there's a game called Heart of Darkness, but is about a wee boy getting sucked into a mad shadow world. It has nothing to do with, like, Apocalypse Now or anything like that. You think when you bring out a game, you'd like, you know, now there's a game. Also been on my to-do list for years. You know, I used to, I up until, I want to say, like, as a kid, I thought Heart of Darkness, because I always remember Heart of Darkness being advertised right next to Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare in game, and the one in Buchan Centre. So in my mind, I don't know why I combined those two. I just was like, oh, Alone in the Dark had an animated spin-off. And it was only when I looked into Alone in the Dark, what one was that, 2008? You know, like that one.
Commanders have appeared. If they escape,
Commanders, right, and you go kill more boys.
battle will not end.
I remember,
Stop.
like I say, I remember reading up about Alone in the Dark 2008 and going, oh wait, no, that's completely unrelated. I feel like when I put place as finalist, whatever for the award, and you're like, what happened this year though? They shat the bed that year. There's a Chinese, right? See a Chinese Wego when you're up here, Kashi? That's got one of them, and it's like, oh, finalist, whatever year, and I was like, but it's been there as long as I've been going to there. So they're, oh god, oh Jesus. They're like me when I was voted in, I was a finalist in 2014, what was that? Was it Wrestling Reviews? It was like a Scottish wrestling website that talked about wrestling. I was voted the one to watch, or the best newcomer, or something like that. Or I was in the top, it was something like that. It'd be like if I still kept going about that. I'm gonna die. Oh no! Get on that fucking... I fucked up so badly, boys. Gotta see if there's a wee chest anywhere. There's one guy down there. Please drop health.
Be on guard. Something is not right. There is more to come.
It's like if I still went by like, oh, it's 2014's the One to Watch award in my stream. Fuck it, I'm doing that, you know? Even though I've retired by this point in wrestling, well, I say I'm not saying retire. Because Ozzy retired, died like a week later. A wrestler called Sabu retired, died a week later. So I'm not saying that because I'm not cursing myself. We'll just say indefinitely on break. Oh yeah, like the movies when a movie says like, oh, a rambunctious. I don't know why I use the word rambunctious, but you know what I mean. Like it'd be like, oh, a thrill ride from beginning to end, and it's like some sort of the littlest little thing, like, oh, I nearly said Fangoria. Fangoria is a massive deal, but you know what I mean. It'll be something like that. It'll be like, oh, Creep.com, you know, gave it a 5-star review. And Creep.com's like the director's pals, you know, website. But I got a bit of health there and I nearly immediately lost it. Right, one more bit should be good. My kills, what you got? Kill thing at end, this is going to be ridiculous. Don't have a choice, oh well. Oh my god, there's so many archers. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in, I'm just going to use my ult and just, there we go, try and take some of the archers down. It's these pricks here. No, no. Fuck off. Oh, I've got so fucking long to go now. Right. Now, does it... Wait, what the fuck? We're dropped right in it. Fuck. Right, watch this. We're speedrunning this one, boys. I've got a feeling this might be the last level of the stream today. Because I'm only going to be going for about 2 hours or so. Well, that's okay. At least we can zone out a bit more and talk about like other shit.
Must the Empire retreat now? Will I witness your victory?
Right, here we go. Let's just get blasting. Roto, have you read Berserk? Just curious. Because now it's like Crash's favourite thing in the world. Admittedly, this is maybe my 3rd or 4th time trying Berserk. Because I'm always, you know, doing media that is inspired by Berserk. You know, things like Crash Screen is a fantastic way to spend a lunch hour. Sometimes that lunch hour goes 6 hours, you know. Right, just get this one boy scalped. It's just because I've tried so many times to get into it, but it's because that first bit is so like... Again, see if it was just sold to me as a... Oh, it's just like a really violent, edgy sort of dark fantasy, I'd be like, oh, fine. But it's the fact that it's sold as this epic to me, and because the start of it is so unlike the rest of it, you know? That's, I think, that's what stopped me a couple times. Also, I've got my tablet. My tablet's usually up like max brightness, and I remember I was trying to read the first volume, and I was in the middle of work, and I was trying to read it, and then someone came into the break room. I was like, right, close that down. And the thing is, well, wait. So I collect comic books, right? I collect video games. I don't need to collect any more things. I always look at, see those big, massive manga, like I don't know what I call them, they look like tomes, you know, like the leather-bound fucking, what you got, Berserk ones. I always think, oh, Oh, was Dan streaming yesterday? Oh fuck, I missed that. I was away. What was he streaming? I was away watching a alright movie in the cinema and spending my time with my wife. Imagine that, it's disgusting. Megan bought so much smut yesterday. She bought the second volume in... Not second volume, the second book in the... What's it called? Heated Rivalry series. She got this one called... Some about werewolves that are... It's like werewolves are into me or whatever. She got Delicious in Dungeon, like the first volume of that because she loves the anime. It was a movie called They Will Kill You with Zazie Beetz. You watched Project Hail Mary? Nice. Yeah, because I put the anime on because I was like, oh, I've heard good things about it, so I might as well give it a look. Oh, it's always like the wee dinky sword. It's not like... Oh, I see. I get you now. Oh, Delicious Dungeon's really good. So I put the anime on randomly one night, and Megan just was like in love with it straight away. So I got her, and because I think I'm trying to remember, is it Madhouse that make it? You know, the guys that also done Edge Runners. Because they take so long, like, because the way their studio works is they work on a solo project. Like, they work on one thing at a time, which is probably the best way to do it because their work is very polished and all that. It just means it takes a while for new stuff to come out, you know? So Megan's been waiting for season 2. Oh, speaking of season 2, boys, we've got X-Men 97 season 2 coming out this year, and I am soaking for it. I'm so excited. Like, I've heard Hail Mary's good. I don't know. I've seen the trailers and it didn't quite fuck with me. I'll get round to watching it. I've seen a headline with some devastating news. Astronauts might struggle to reproduce in outer space. Didn't we talk about this on stream a couple days ago? Whose stream was that? Was it yours, Proto? We were talking about astronauts shagging in space, like. And I was trying to find the link because I know Pornhub said that they were planning on doing a shoot in zero gravity, but I can't find anything past them saying that they plan to do it. So I couldn't find any proof of it. Like, surely someone's shagged in outer space. Like, that's the first thing. See, whenever, like, see the second aliens are found, you know? I assure you, the first thing that will happen is someone will say, oh, aliens, can we communicate? Can we shag? That's killed my heated rivalry story about the astronauts. Oh, we're going to see, and obviously AI right now, of course, we're going to see so many, like, I was saying this to Megan, there was one in the shop, it was like, there was a big thing in Waterstones, like, oh, you know, these type of romances, and there was a big one that was, I want to say it was like lesbian badminton, and it was just like, it looked exactly the same, and I was like, we're going to see so many of these, like, oh, I'm a sports book, or I'm a sports show, and it's just going to be, you know, like, it's got to be two people competing in a field, but they really want to shag each other as well. And that's it. I'll say this: heated rivalry. Like, I was watching it beside me. I will say I was on like the Steam Deck. It is very well made and very well written. It's just there's a lot of shagging in it. So when I say smut, I don't mean, like, you know, I don't mean smut derogatory. I mean, because let's be honest here, my love of 90s anime is very smutty. I'm sitting here going, I can't be in good conscience going, oh, Megan, I can't believe you're watching a show like this. As I was sitting watching, like, Golden Boy or whatever the fuck, you know? Oh, fuck, I played Pantsu Hunter on stream. I cannot say anything. Smut means good. Oh, I thought smut was, like, low. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I do think there can also be a line between good smut and bad smut, you know? But Heated Rivalry is very well written. It is extraordinarily well acted. It is very well... I did watch High School of the Dead on show, but we don't talk about that one. I don't say shmup. Megan just got really into Parodius. That damn sexy Parodius. Also, the emotional stuff in it is genuinely touching. It is. I was like, oh, that's really, you know, like... And also, I think I was... What's his name is... see the main guy, not the Russian, the other guy, he's really good at, like... It's probably one of the better autistic characters I've seen.
The Empire has deployed soldiers impervious to magic. Be careful.
See, I don't know if he was meant to be written as autistic, but he definitely comes across that sort of way. And I've seen a lot of people,
Caim risks his life
you know,
in battle.
a lot of people who are, what you call
By
it?
his side.
A lot of people who are autistic saying that he's really good representation. It's the same way, speaking of Dodge and Dungeon, same with Laios and that, you know? I've seen a lot of people say, oh, he's a really cool example, because 9 times out of 10, if you're watching a TV show and a character's autistic, it's Sheldon for The Big Bang Theory. You know, it's that level of, that's what it's like, you know? Right, these are the red troops. Can I check? Mission, see which troops it is. That's the ones I jump off and fight. Right, here we go, boys. Big Bang, it was everywhere. Like, I just didn't like it because I didn't like, on top of it being like nerd, you know, sort of, because the jokes were, people were saying, oh, it's a show about nerds, and all the joke is, haha, Star Trek, lol. You know, like, I was talking to Megan about this, I was like, Community was on at the same time, and Community comes across as more like what Big Bang Theory was sold to me as, you know? Mainly because I think the people that make Big Bang Theory, not Big Bang Theory, make Community are massive nerds as well. While, like, look at the episodes of Dungeons and Dragons, you know, when the episode's built around them playing D&D. While if D&D's in Big Bang Theory, it's lol, you guys are playing D&D, that's so sad. And then someone will say, oh well, I'm playing as Bubarella, the, you know, the warrior, and then they'll just roll their eyes, you know. And it'll be, aren't these nerds sad? That's the whole joke in Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory feels like, it's got to sound very shallow. It's like someone who is like a jock writing a story about a nerd, you know? While Community is like, yeah, this feels like it's been written by nerdy people. Like, don't worry, they still make fun of nerdy characters, but it's not like, you know, it doesn't feel, the only way I can describe it is it feels like, unfortunately, Big Bang Theory takes me back to high school. When I say that, I mean, like, just the way they write the characters. I'm like, oh, that's how I was talked to, that's how I was, you know. It just takes me back to that sort of, lol, you're, you know, you're a nerd, lol. Right, here we go, boys, we're good. But Heated Rivalry is genuinely good. It's probably not something I'd choose to watch myself,
Battle to end all human battles.
but it is good.
Pray that it will be so.
Right, here we go, we're good, we're good. Right, here we go, here we go. Just gotta focus on killing these boysies. And if they drop health, that'd be great. Oh, I said that and he drops health, would you? Oh, fucking I immediately lose it. Right, so I need to not bother with killing all of them. Oh, there's so many. There's so many of them. And I need to do this on foot. Let's get my Bone Breaker out. Oh wait, I move so much slower with Bone Breaker. Imagine that. Imagine moving slower holding a big heavy thing. Right, here we go. Just go for him. But I've tried to get into Berserk after I've seen iPatchWolf's video on it. And then I tried to get into Berserk again after I started playing Fear and Hunger. Which, boys, I'll be honest, right? So I'm saying I played Fear and Hunger. I played it with so many mods to make it easy because I love the world. I love the interesting shit in it. But oh my god, it is brutally difficult. I know that's the gimmick of it. I know that's the point. But oh my god. Like, I could not get past the first dungeon, like the first area, legitimately, you know? Also, the saving mechanic, everything is on a coin flip mechanic. So if you go to save in a bed, right, then what happens is there's a coin flip, and if you fail the coin flip, you get attacked by a very powerful and very dangerous monster. So I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with a game that, you know, it's a coin flip if you can save or not. That's like, I think with very hard games, now take Dark Souls for example, and again, you're going to be like, lol, Dark Souls isn't hard. But let's just say a game that's harder than normal. If you die in Dark Souls, like, you might lose your souls, but you're not losing a crazy amount of, like, oh shit, I meant to check the map there. You're not losing a crazy amount of time, or like, you can dive right back in. Or Celeste. Celeste is hard as fuck, but if you die, you're on the same screen, you know. So I think a game with really high difficulty needs to be low on the risk meter, if that makes sense. And I know people that people will go like, ah, you're just, you know, a little whiny baby man who thinks games need to be fair. I'm like, kind of, yeah. But that's just my sort of thing about difficulty. I think there needs to be a sort of a scale for that, and I think Dark Souls does it perfectly. Because you fuck up on a Dark Souls boss, you're like, oh, for fuck, I fucked that up, but then you'll be right back in because you're like, right, I've either, like, Elden Ring for example, the saves are right outside the bosses 9 times out of 10. In Dark Souls, you might have to do a wee run, and that run might be a pain in the dick, but it's never, like, atrocious. Actually, there's one, is it Dark Souls 2 that has that awful run to a boss? I'm saying that as if you know Dark Souls 2 at the drop of a hat. But there's one that I can see in my head, and I believe it's a DLC area, and it's like a sort of cave area. It's very wide open, and there's like magic users flinging shit at you as you come out. Never played it. Don't. It's such a downgrade from Dark Souls. Like, I remember I bought back when Scholar first came out on PS4, I bought that. It came out for like 25 quid, and I was like, oh, here we go. I really like Dark Souls 1, and the only thing I knew about Dark Souls 2 is I had a friend who says when it came out, it's better than Dark Souls, but I just never picked it because honestly, I bounced off Dark Souls really hard until about maybe 10 years ago, maybe. So when Scholar first thing came out, I was like, oh, here we go, Dark Souls 2. Let's dive in. And I was like, and then it taken me literally, I think, maybe till the second boss, and I was like, no fucking with this. This game's shite. Oh my god, there's so many enemies. Right, we need to try and speed this up because I'm going to my mum and dad's in about 10 minutes. We might be a bit late, boysies. I think using the dragon to get around is probably the easier way, and then just go for the targets. And then fly away. Right, here we go, we're good, we're good. Right, here we go, we're good.
Waste your time.
Right, waste my time, I know.
Humans are no match for one such as I.
Well, clearly these cunts are, because you can't fucking beat these red guys. They're like, I'm so good, I'm a dragon. I'd be a fucking shite because you can't kill these cunts. Oh no. Here we go, oh god. Right, keep going, Mikey, keep going. I wonder if there's any... There probably is now that Nier Automata was so popular. You know how you get, like, there's a shit ton of, like, Final Fantasy clones or whatever? I wonder if there's going to be clone... Like, saying that, well, Automata came out almost 10 years ago, didn't it? Like, time's a flat circle. I'm shocked there's not been a new one, considering how popular Automata was. I know there was the mobile game, and there was the Final Fantasy 14 one, which I know has supposedly important lore. But, because I remember when I started playing Final Fantasy 14 for a little bit, I said to Jason, I was like, oh, right, so I got to about level, I got into the raids, I think. Kids are sticking pickle. Oh yeah, there's a KFC thing which is like pickle lemonade or whatever the fuck. I think that's a thing now because we're looking at the menu and there was and even Nando's has some new pickle stuff. And we're like, because you know how you get certain flavors that appear out of nowhere, like salt and chili appeared out of nowhere. Salted caramel. Not the raids. Dungeons, I should say, you know, like. And I was saying to Jason, I was like, oh, where's the Nier stuff? And he was like, oh, it's in like the next thing. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can. And I might be wrong, Crash. It's not timed, is it? Is the Nier stuff gone now? It wasn't like a limited time collaboration. Nah, it's here forever. So if I ever get back into Final Fantasy XIV, then we'll maybe try that again. Because I watched some of the videos of the boss fights. Oh, they're so fucking cool. Oh, I forgot.
The goddess, is she safe?
The goddess is fine. Wait, I thought you were hanging out with her. Wait, no, never mind. Never mind, she's been kidnapped. Never mind. I forgot what happened at the start of the stream. My thing is, well, like, and it's a very well made RP. It's a, how do I say? It's a very well made MMO. But it's just my issue with it was, and this is it's just the genre. It's just the type of game. Like, I know you can play most of it as, you know, as an RPG, and I was enjoying myself with it. But it just MMO stuff happened, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And it's really hard for me to get into MMO. Like, I can play Guild Wars because I have that nostalgia of Guild Wars. But I spent so long playing World of Warcraft as a teenager that I am like, I'm completely not numb, but I see like MMO quests, I'm like, oh, fuck off, you know. It was a better MMO, but it's completely my sort of thing. I'm not saying it's a bad game, you know. It just, I didn't fuck with it as much as I hoped that I did. Oh god, here we go. But I do think it is cool that there's actually, like, again, Nier story stuff is a very Yoko Taro thing. Like, oh, this other MMO has like stuff that's important to Nier. Because I put a good wee while into it, but it's just because for a while it was very much, you get a new hub, you go there and you do so many missions there, you know, and then then you move on. And again, that's just, I know that's the way most games work, you know, but it felt very MMO to me, you know. But again, it's not the game's fault. The game is really good. The game's probably one of the better. I'd say, see, just like the shit in it, it's probably better than what you call it? Probably better than World of Warcraft. Like, just as a game. I know obviously it came out like 10 years after World of Warcraft, but you know, it is, I'd say it's better than that. I'm sure it gets better, it gets much better later on, but in a world where we're really busy, and I say that I have done, you know, 2 hours of just fucking about this Battlefield, you know, when I've got so many games to play, I find it really hard to push through. Like, the same argument when Final Fantasy 13 came out. People were like, oh, it gets good so many hours in. I'm like, yeah, but I don't really have the time for that. Like, another game people give that argument with is Nier Automata. Nier Automata is really good, and then it gets amazing. You know what I mean? So one thing I noticed when I played through Final Fantasy X on stream, see the shit I gave 13? Well, maybe not as bad, because 13 does have like literally an autoplay mechanic. But the shit that I used to pull up 13 for, I was like, oh, it's like walking down a corridor, it's very, that's in 10, you know? But I think 10's a perfect game as well. No. Literally, maybe the final boss is the only thing that drags it down. I know it makes sense story-wise, but when you go from Vraska's final Aeon, I don't see why you couldn't have just made that final boss a cutscene. That's a better one, yeah. Because you never, like... And you're moving on so quickly in a lot of these areas that it doesn't feel padded, if you know what I mean, in 10. Because you most of the time, you will be in and out in an area. There's so many of them, and you'll be in and out in an area in like an hour or two, you know? So it never feels, you know... Yeah, I was shocked because when I was a kid, I had this memory of Final Fantasy X. Like, I played through 10 once when I was a kid, and I 100%ed it. And then when I played through it, when I got the HD collection, I was like, oh, we're only here. But again, when you're a kid, it felt like you were in that open world, you know? It felt massive, and I was like, oh, it only opens up literally at the very end of the game, you know? I've killed almost 1,000 people this. Jesus Christ. Can we hit 1,000? We probably will. This one target. There we go, got him. Right, here we go, we're good, we're good. So boys, I was looking at my games that are coming this year that I'm really excited for. Right, if it comes out this year, Persona 4 Revival's up there. But I honestly, even though I put it on Fantasy Critic, I don't know if it's coming out this year. It was looking good for a while, but see the longer it goes without... Oh, I really didn't need that health pickup. I could have used that earlier on, but I will. I'm getting less and less hopeful. Honestly, the only game I'm super excited for this year is... Wolverine. Like, I'd love a new big RPG to get into, but there's not really one on the scale of, like, again, there's probably indies and stuff like that, but not one on the scale of like a Baldur's Gate or a Expedition 33. Again, unfair to compare game of the years, you know. But I've not seen one like that that's really sort of got my attention yet. Megan's looking forward to, she's really looking forward to that, oh, what's it called? Pragmata. She played the demo and absolutely loved it. So I'll pick that up for her when I get paid next week. Or, you know, when I'll pre-order it. But me-wise, nah, there's not really any games that have caught my fancy. But then again, I was saying the same thing last year. And I didn't, like... For some reason, I didn't pick up on Expedition 33. I didn't hear about it when it was coming out. I don't know why. And that ended up being like the best thing since sliced bread, you know. Even that's one that took me a wee while to get into. But it's funny, my enjoyment of that, I was like, you know, I was kind of bouncing off it a little bit. I dropped it a couple of times. I was like, oh, I don't know. I was finding the parrying system hard. And then I went back and done some sort of side quest, and I was too overpowered. That was my only issue, is that in that game you're either struggling or you're, you know, or you're the final boss, you know. But it literally taken me until the second fight at the end. Was that the end of Act 2? Or the middle of Act 2? There was a fight in there where my jaw hit the floor, and since then I was like 10 out of 10. This is the best shit I've ever played, you know. Right, where's the guys where... Try to fuck up. Here we go. Why is it always red dragons? Literally on the 3 dragon flight sims that I was talking about, in Drakan and the Ancient Gates, in this, and I believe in that not Dark Sky. I need to look up what its actual name is, because I keep calling it that Skittles game. It's always a red dragon.
The commanders have appeared. If they escape, the battle will not end. Caim, stop them!
Right, here we go. Where's the commanders at? Right, I know I'm going. The battle will not end. Truer words. Right now, we've been here forever. We have, but it's mainly because like, this level isn't particularly difficult. Actually, I'm going to, just in case, because I do need to head off soon. Just in case, boys. I like having the wee... The thing is, I feel even though I'm probably not going to need it, I like having the safety blanket of a save state. I feel I get better. But it's just because I do need to finish off. I do need to head off soon. Oh dear, I couldn't take a fireball right to the face and no-sold it. And because this mission is so long, and I have entered this weird zen state where I'm not like, what the fuck, I couldn't take an ult? Oh no, he's dead now. I probably shouldn't have wasted my... Oh, it's just one ult, it's okay. You arsehole. Do the crossbow guys respawn? Shit. There we go. The what? Oh, you're kidding me on. Right, let's just bomb this one guy first. Ah, fuck! Right, hopefully catch a few of them with this. Look at it, literally napalmed them, and he's like, I'm fucking no take that. It takes 2 ults to kill one of them, holy shit. And Crash, this is on easy mode, so imagine what their health would have been like on normal mode. Right, I hear the galloping. Actually, I've been talking shit, because I'm like, oh, there's not really anything that I'm fucking with, anything, no RPG. Fucking, what you call it? Fire Emblem's coming out. And it's a shame that I didn't mess with Engage as much as... Because Engage, Engage was okay. It was a good game, but the problem was because I played Fire Emblem Three Houses first. Fire Emblem Three Houses was fucking amazing. And I really hope the new Fire Emblem is up to that quality. There we go, I've killed so many guys. I've got a feeling we're going to be replaying this level to level up and shit like that, you know? Saying that, it's probably because I'm playing through the game. I'm not noticing, it's probably number get bigger and number go up. I'm not noticing a difference in him actually getting stronger. Holy mace. Weapon is called, the attack is Gabriel's Claw. Right, well, oh, I should have equipped that. So I've got a lot of weapons. Can the side characters, like, do they have different weapons as well that you need to use? Chapter 5, verse 4. We'll tell you what, we'll leave it there. Because it auto-saves, and we'll do a wee save here just in case. You know what, we've done a chapter. If I do a chapter or stream, I am happy. That's good. So we've done chapter 4, which was Betrayal, and this one's like Oblivion, I think it's called, or whatever the fuck. But aye, we're going to head over to this screen. So aye boys, we'll be back tomorrow about 6 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, and that'll be what we'll be digging into. We'll be digging into Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Can't believe I completely forgot what that was. And then that means on Tuesday we'll be back with Drakengard. It'll be about 6 o'clock because I'm working both these days. So Drakengard will be actually maybe a wee bit earlier, maybe about 5 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see. We can keep up with my Discord and shit like that. But aye boys, thank you so much for joining us. As usual, I've been Mikey. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Hopefully I'll catch you in my next stream. But until then, boysies, have a good day. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Most importantly, boysies, have good mental health. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. See yous!